Trump. Thank you very much, everybody. What an honor. You know, we set this thing up like 12 hours ago. This is amazing. And you know what? They have thousands of people out there, the most incredible people, and they can't. We got to get a bigger tent. Get a bigger tent. Well, I want to thank you. First of all, let's start by saying, leave Tom Brady alone. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's a great guy. It's enough. It's enough. All right. All right. Thank you very much. You know, this started like 12 hours ago. We said, I have to do this because we're going over. We're doing great in Pennsylvania. We're doing great in Maryland. I was in Maryland yesterday. We had 17,000 people, a massive crowd. And they were great. What a rally. In fact, I heard somebody today say nobody. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, that's very nice. Get him out. Get him out of here. Get him out. Oh, these people. Where do they come from? Where do they come from? Get them out of here, please. Right there. All right, thank you. So this started, yeah, don't hurt him, don't hurt him. We have to be very gentle. Got to be very gentle. All right. Where do these people come from? You know, in New York, we had some protesters, and they're all paid for, but we had some protesters, and we had these people, they're nice people, they had a couple of hundred, and the press, the media, most dishonest people in the world, the most. These are the most. These people are probably more dishonest than Lion Ted Cruz. That's a lot. That's a lot. But, you know, the press went up to him and they said to one woman, young woman, why are you here? Do you like Donald Trump? Actually, I do. She's holding a sign. It was manufactured, made in China, and she's holding a sign. Do you like Donald Trump? Why are you here? And they go, thank you. And they go, no, I do like him quite a bit. Well, why are you here? I don't know. Then they went to another one. What do you think of Donald Trump? I love him. And she's holding a sign. Trump equals hate. I'm not equal hate. I equal love. Believe me. We are going to change things around. And that's going to be good for everybody. That's going to be good for everybody. So what happened is we're in Maryland and in Pennsylvania. We went to Delaware. We're all over. And I said, what about Rhode Island? This was yesterday. What about Rhode Island? And these professionals that get paid a lot of money, they said, oh, no, that's okay. You're so popular up in Rhode Island. That's okay. All right, get him out. These are just professional agitators, folks. They're put in. It's the first time we've had it in many, many sessions, but they're put in there. They're just nothing but trouble. They're nothing but trouble. I actually believe that they do not love our country. I'll be honest with you. I really believe that. They don't love our country. So we said, what about Rhode Island? Oh, that's okay, Mr. Trump. You're doing so well in Rhode Island, you don't have to bother. I said, I'm bothering. Set it up. Set it up. And that was yesterday morning. And I'll tell you what, my team in Rhode Island has been so amazing. And I just want to thank everybody. The team has been so great, and I want to thank them. Folks, don't even think about it. It will be built. Don't even think about it. Don't waste your breath. It will be built. Believe me. Believe me, it will be built, and it'll go up fast, and it'll be big, and it'll be high and strong. And it's going to help stop the drugs from pouring into Rhode Island, where you have a big problem, and everywhere else, including New Hampshire, which was my first big victory. And one woman came up to me and said, Mr. Trump, we have a terrible, terrible heroin problem in New Hampshire. And I look and I see it's like this. I look, I see the beautiful trees, the beautiful roadways, the beautiful everything, the lakes. I said, what do you mean heroin? They said it's our single biggest problem. And then I realized it was as I got to know New Hampshire. And I said, if I win, we're going to stop this problem from poisoning our youth fast. And it's all coming from the same place, folks, okay? We're going to get it stopped. We're going to get it stopped. So I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things, and I do this. And, you know, it's almost like we just won New York, big league. And, oh, did you see the news today? Did you see where they band together, where they collude? You know, it's collusion. You know, if you collude in business, or if you collude in the stock market, they put you in jail. But in politics, because it's a rigged system, because it's a corrupt enterprise, in politics, you're allowed to collude. So they colluded, and actually I was happy, because it shows how weak they are. It shows how pathetic they are. You know, I tweeted today, @real Donald Trump, I tweet. And that's, you know, it solves it. Don't worry, I'll give it up after I'm president. We won't tweet anymore, I don't think. Not presidential. But let me tell you, and I said, it takes two longtime politicians, right? Too long to beat, except they're way behind. If you add up the both votes and if you add up the both delegates, they're way behind me, so it doesn't matter. But it takes two guys, longtime politicians, to try and get together to try and beat Trump, and yet they're way behind. And I said to myself, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And here's the key. I've only been doing this for 10 months. I haven't even been doing it very long. So I wanted to talk to you about one thing, then we'll get back to the other, and we'll get back to it. But I loved it when I heard it. I heard it last night at 11:30. I was called, and they said, sir, Kasich, we call him 1 for 41. I thought it was 38. He's won one race in 41 states. One, okay? States and islands. So I call him now. I have a new nickname for him. 1 for 41. Very soon it's going to be 1 for 46 or 7. So he's going nowhere. And he keeps talking about how he does with Hillary Clinton. He hasn't had one negative ad yet. When they put in the first negative ad about him, he's going to collapse like a rock. Wait till you see this. Boom. Boom. You'll see. You will see. I will beat Hillary Clinton, crooked Hillary. I will beat her so badly. So badly. And lying Ted Cruz cannot beat her. He can't beat her. Hey, look. He got like no votes in New York. If you can't get any votes in New York, it's over, folks. He can't beat her. You look at his numbers in New Jersey. You look at his numbers all over the country. Lying Ted Cruz will lose so badly to crooked Hillary. It'll be one of the great defeats ever. And Kasich will also, as soon as they start putting up the negative ads. All right, get him out. Get him out. Get him out. Is there any more... Hey, folks, is there any better place to be than a Trump rally, right? Do we love it? I love it. Are you glad I came up to Rhode Island? Yeah. And by the way, I just saw coming up, a new poll came. We're actually over 60. And I just found out, listen to this, listen. If we get 68, which was never meant to get because, you know, the whole system is so crazy. But if we get 68, we win everything. We win all the delegates. There's no shenanigans. And normally you wouldn't mention it, but we're so close. So if you can't, you got to get out tomorrow to vote, all right? I will not let you down. Believe me, I'm self-funding my campaign. These guys are all taking their money from special interests. Let me tell you, the politicians will never do the job because they're bought and paid for, folks. Just remember it. Just remember it. They're never going to do the job. They're never going to do the job. In many cases, they're incompetent. In some cases, they're outright stupid. And in many, many cases, they're controlled. They're competent, but they're controlled by the people that give them campaign financing and probably lots of other things, okay? So we are going to do the job. We're going to bring jobs back to Rhode Island. You look at what's happened. Look. And I'll be honest, now I've been doing this for 8 or 9 days where I'm going around New York State. I talked to Albany, Syracuse, Poughkeepsie, Bethpage, I mean all over the place. And all over it was, I could use the same stats. The jobs have been ripped out of our country, folks. And if you look at a guy like Cruz who wants TPP, Trans-Pacific Partnership, that's going to be, that is going to be worse. You are. Much worse than NAFTA. Now you look at Kasich. I don't think he knows what you know. Did you see him? He has a news conference all the time when he's eating. I have never seen a human being eat in such a disgusting fashion. I'm always telling my young son, Barron, I'm saying, and I always with my kids, all of them. I'd say children, small little bites, small. This guy takes a pancake and he's shoving it in his mouth. It's disgusting. Do you want that for your president? I don't think so. I don't think so. It's just honestly, it's disgusting. And then one of the things he said, you know, they make a deal. Politicians, they're no good for deals. So they make a deal at 11:30 last night. The deal is done. And this morning they talked to Kasich. And he goes, I'm going to Indiana. We're leading in Indiana. We have tremendous support in Indiana. It's a great place. Same thing happened, by the way. Jobs are being sucked out of there by Mexico, and they're all moving to Mexico and other places. China's taking our business. But, I look at it, and I see Kasich. You know what he approved? NAFTA. He was one of the big pushes of NAFTA, which destroyed New England, destroyed Rhode Island, and destroyed big sections of our country because NAFTA was a disaster. Now he wants Trans-Pacific Partnership, which is a group of countries that's going to do a number on our country like you've never seen before. You can't let it happen. Now, Cruz doesn't want to stop China from devaluing its currency and monetary manipulation, the single greatest tool that various countries are using to hurt the United States and our companies, okay? And if you want to let people go ahead and devalue, and if you want to let people get away with that, and Cruz is the leader of the pack, he is bad for this country, and he's bad for jobs and business, all right? Bad. Now, it's sort of funny. I watched Cruz this morning, and he's all mixed up because he's losing so badly. And when he's under pressure, he's like a basket case. So he's stuttering, and he's stammering. And I watched him, and he's saying, I want jobs, and I want the economy, and I want this, and I want that. All stuff that I've been saying for years. And he just started saying it. He doesn't know anything about the economy. He doesn't know anything about jobs. He was a failed senator. He couldn't get anything passed, nothing. Look at his legislation. He got nothing passed. And now he wants to be, all he is a guy that will go down and stand and filibuster for a day or two. And the other senators all, look, when's he getting off the floor, Jim? Guy's a pain in the ass. When's he getting off the floor? The senator that he most respects in the world is Senator Jeff Sessions of Alabama. Great senator. And look at his early speeches. Everything was Jeff Sessions said, and Jeff Sessions. Only one problem, Senator Jeff Sessions, came out just recently, and he endorsed Donald Trump, okay? Little interesting. So I think the fact that they colluded, I think the fact that they got together, the two of these guys, number one, it shows that they are just getting killed. I laugh, especially with Cruz, because, look, Kasich is going nowhere. Again, remember Kasich. I have a new nickname for him. 1 for 41. It was 1 for 38, but then they actually said, no, it's actually 41 states. And I would have won Ohio if I had 2 more days to campaign there. I came very close, would have won Ohio, but I had to stay in Florida, and I won Florida in a big, big landslide. But you know the story. We were given a dirty poll, and I was leading Florida by a lot. And then all of a sudden, 2 days, I was going up to Ohio. I was going all over Ohio. Then I got a dirty poll, I believe, from NBC. Okay, I wouldn't say that. And they were partners with the Wall Street Journal. So who knows if it was dirty or not. But it was all of a sudden, I dropped from leading like 16 or 17. I went down to 6. I said, in Florida. I said, I have to stay here. I can't take a chance. This is bad. Then we had the election. I won in a landslide. I wish I could have gone 2 days up to Ohio. We would have won. He would be 0 for 44. And what is he doing? What is he doing? Really? He's just a stubborn guy. That's all he is. He's a stubborn guy. He's like if you have a child. He just says, I want it, Mommy. I don't care, Mommy. I want it, Daddy. I don't care. I want it. That's all he is. Because let me tell you something. Christie, who endorsed me, was doing much better than Kasich. Think of this. Ben Carson, Dr. Ben Carson, a tremendous guy who endorsed me, was doing much better than Kasich. Marco Rubio, a very good guy, I have to tell you, Marco Rubio, who has many more delegates right now than Kasich, and he's been running he did much better than Kasich. And you had numerous other people that were doing better than Kasich, or would have if they said, I'm not getting out, I don't care. You ever see it? He's eating today, stuffing it. I never saw bites this big. He's pushing it in with I never saw a guy eat like this. I told my son, he was watching, he said, Daddy, look, I said, don't watch. Little bites, little bites. And he's up there, and honestly, it shows such total weakness, and it's pathetic when two longtime insider politicians, establishment guys, whether you like it or not, have to collude, have to get together to try and beat a guy that really speaks what the people want. We want our jobs back. We want our military strong. We want our borders, because otherwise we don't have a country, and we're going to have the wall. But we want our borders back. We want to end the Common Core. We're going to end it and bring education locally. We're going to repeal and replace the horrible Obamacare, which is a disaster. We're going to save our Second Amendment, which is under siege. Under siege. And that's what we want, folks. You know, no great secrets. We want to make great trade deals. We can't have trade deals where China this year has a trade. You look at the imbalance between China, Japan, Mexico, and us. It's like we're a bunch of babies, like we're a bunch of stupid babies. But we're not the babies. Our leadership has no clue. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. And it can be ended so easily. It can be ended so easily. We have trade deficits. A trade deficit with China, $505 billion. This has been going on for years. With Mexico, $58 billion. That's why they pay for the wall. Number one, they used to say, oh, they won't build a wall. Even the guys on stage when I debated. By the way, I've been center stage for every single debate. I beat everybody, according to the polls. According to the debate polls, I beat every single person on the debate, every single debate. According to Drudge, who's a phenomenal guy, by the way. According to Drudge, according to Time Magazine, according to Slate, according to everyone. They have like 6, 7 of them. Every time there's a debate. You know, I think because of me, now they have a poll for everything. You know, I'm poll-oriented, okay? But every single debate. Then I heard this guy, Cruz, you know, he's getting killed. He's getting killed. I mean, he got so badly beaten last week, and he's getting killed generally. In fact, I have to tell you, I don't think he's going to come in second anyway. He's now in third place. But I heard Cruz say this. I want to debate Donald Trump. Donald Trump is afraid to debate me. He's afraid. You know, with the hands running. Ay. So dramatic. So dramatic. You know the truth? I heard he was a good debater in college. And you know what? He might be. But in college, they don't interrupt you every 15 words like I do with him, okay? But you know what? He's saying, we want to debate. Donald Trump is afraid to debate. You know, the flourish and everything. And here's what happened. We do need Trump. Thank you, honey. Thank you, babe. Thank you. Thank you.